Wednesday. Coffee with friends. And it's raw to the bone. Come on in. Yes.
Say that you won't. Say you will do the things that you don't. I suppose. I don't know. And if you do, lay it down one time. Could you get it right? Have me losing my mind.
Hey, Veronica Madison. Come on in. I'm playing a song to inspire me this morning. Hey, Pat, come on in. Don't give up now. It's worth a try. Try. Don't give up now. Try. You better try. Don't give up now. That's my inspiration. Better try. Don't give up now. Ooh, you better try. Don't give up now. That's my inspiration for myself this morning. And I'm sharing it with you guys. Don't give up now. Ooh, you better try. Don't give up now.
It's so crazy.
This is as much as I can give y'all this morning. But I'm here. Listen to the music. Hey, Hearts of Fire. Come on in. Y'all see the topic. I'm working through it, Pat. I'm trying to stay positive, you know. I'm not one to know how to lay down and be sick. It's very hard. Try. Come on. Y'all hear the song? Who needs this motivation today? Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Hey, Jello. Hey, Mishi Boo. Good morning. Inspiration music for you guys. Ooh, you better try, don't give up now. Ooh, you better try, don't give up now. That's right, come on in. Turn the music down a little bit. Good morning, good morning. Jello. I can't say thank you enough. You know, good morning, everyone. This is Coffee with Friends. And as y'all can see, I'm still healing through this. But God has been good because, ooh, you better try, don't give up now. You hear that? God is good because, I don't know, my body got in Muhammad Ali mode and fucked this COVID up. Okay? I'm still here. I'm still standing. I feel better each day. I'm still a little bit weak. When I'm up too long, I get tired. I get a headache. But I'm here, all right? And so I wanted to take some time and jump on Coffee with Friends today to check in because so many people have been checking in on me. So I want to come on here and show you that I'm good, all right? And that I'm healing and that I appreciate all the blessings and the well wishes that have come my way. Eyes on me. Hey. Come on, y'all. This is another one. Apply that pressure. Come on. Come on in, y'all. I'm inspiring y'all with music this morning. Apply that pressure. In everything you do in life, even when you're sick, apply that pressure. You know what I do? You know what I do? I nurse myself. Hey, Christine Beauty Lounge. Hey, Madison. Hey, Johnny Leon Hill. I nurse myself. You know, a lot of people swear I don't know how to take care of myself. You know, I get some people that come in here and try to tell me all the things that I could do for myself. And I appreciate that. I do because that's how I learn. But believe you me, I got my own shit too. You know, I've been boiling real elderberry. That's dark elderberry. Okay, I boil the elderberry seeds. And I let them seep. I let the elderberry seeds seep in little nets like this. Well, this is not elderberry in here. I already have the elderberry in my cup. But I let them seep overnight. Then I pour the elderberry juice in a mason jar and I put it in the refrigerator. And I make tea with elderberry every morning. Elderberry tea, and what's in here is peppermint leaves, fresh peppermint leaf tea. that helps with the congestion and the sinus passages. And so I drink this every morning, as well as, hey Glamour 47, I think it was you, Glamour 47, who sent me the cat's claw. The cat's claw are immune system drops I put in my water, 15 drops in my water 3 times a day. I try to drink 4 of these a day. This is 25 ounces. I try to drink 4 of these a day. Last night I only got to drink 3. Okay. Hey, always me. I know. Thank God. God is good. Listen, I appreciate y'all. So I'm going to take a moment real quick to thank my support system, because, you know, the one thing about me is that, you know, I got yelled at once or twice through this process because I hate to ask for help. You know, always me. Y'all know always me. She's mine, right? Y'all know I got one son, but I took a daughter, right? And so that's it and that's all. Always me's schedule is so full. And so she's always willing to stop and help me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel bad about that a lot of times, because I know that she runs around with Chunk all the time with his sports and his, you know, drumming and all his activities. And then she has her own thing going. And so when she was willing to go get dinner for me, you know, AG, who I don't know if he's on here yet. Hey, Yoga Girl Side. AG offered to come pick groceries up from my house and cook dinner so that I can have dinner for the next couple of days. And so I want to say, always me, I appreciate you. You know I do. I know you have a busy schedule. So sometimes when I'm like, no, I'm good, it's because, you know, I hate to take you out of your way, but I know that, you know, you are always there for me. So thank you. The second person is AG, right, who just moved to New Jersey. All right. Hey, AG. And AG is not driving because when he was in Brooklyn, he didn't need to drive. And he just relocated to New Jersey, and he lives around the corner from me. But around the corner is not just around the corner. Around the corner is up these steep hills. Okay, up and down these steep hills. And yesterday, AG came to my house, picked up groceries that I left for him outside my door. And he went home to his house and he cooked. AG Kitchen 737. Went home to his house and he cooked a meal for me and my mom to last us a couple of days. And he brought it back, knocked on my door, and left it in front of my door. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. I don't sneeze at shit like that lightly. Okay. I do appreciate that. Then Jello, who's on here. Okay. Jello is my neighbor. Literally lives across the hall from me, diagonally. Okay. And, you know, I actually started interacting with Jello through her son Andre, who now lives in California, because Andre was like, you know, he singing through the hallways and he always caught my attention. And so Jello and I would talk. She's one of the few neighbors in my building that I speak to. And what happened? My mother heard a knock on the door, and oh my God, the bags from one of my favorite stores that I hate to go to because it's all the way down on the other side. She had beautiful sunflowers in there. She had multiple types of soups in there. She brought me fruit like bananas, pears, oranges, right? Everything she thought she thought fresh ginger, okay? Things that she thought I needed to nurture my body to get better. And so I appreciate that. I really do, Jello. I really, really appreciate that. So thank you. And then I want to say thank you to all the Coffee with Friends members who have reached out to me via inbox to ask me how I'm doing, and some of you who know me personally who have texted me and asked me how I'm doing. I want to say this. COVID has been an experience for me. It hasn't been an experience that some people I know have had, but it's an experience. One, it's more of an experience mentally, right? Because you're thinking about all the people that died from COVID, and you're thinking about all the cases that ended up in the hospital. And so mentally, COVID wore on me for a little while because I was worried about the ramifications of COVID. You understand what I'm saying? Even though I wasn't feeling as bad as some of the symptoms that I heard from other people, mentally I had to try to get myself out of that space, because I was thinking, maybe what if it did happen to me? What if I did turn bad, right? But thank God, God is over me. God has been watching me, so I appreciate that. All right, and so I wanted to share that with y'all. And then as far as how I'm feeling at this point, I'm still nasally, as you can hear, but guess what? I can breathe. There's nothing in my chest, you guys. Everything is still up here. I fought so hard to keep everything up here, not for it to go down into my chest. And thank God I don't have anything in my chest. I still need to be careful though, right? Because I still need to nurture and care for myself until I fully get over it, all right? And so I just want to say that at this point, I'm still doing pretty okay, right? And so with that, I want to get into COVID etiquette, all right? Before we get into the topic, because y'all see the topic. Y'all see the topic. Morning, Roy. Glad to see you're back. Hope you got some well-needed rest. You sound better. Yes, I did get some rest yesterday. You know, Johnny. Yesterday when I didn't do coffee with friends, I laid down and I woke back up after 11. I never sleep that late. That's when I knew I didn't feel well. Okay, and when I got up, I said, oh my God, I think I was supposed to log into work today. This is how crazy I am. It's not just coffee with friends. My work ethic is crazy. Okay, I get screamed at all the time for it. I go to work when I'm sick. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? Not into the office, but in my home office. And so I logged on to work, and my boss was like, and they're used to my work ethic. They know I got COVID, but my boss was like, are you still down today? Or are you joining this meeting? I was like, no, I'm still down, but I'm kind of here. But I did do one meeting yesterday at work because I have a migration that's happening this weekend. Anybody on here that's a part of technology, okay, I'm a project manager in IT. And so y'all know what that means for some of you that are in IT, right? When I have migrations, that's weekend work. And I had to make sure that the weekend work was scheduled and that we had all our ducks in a row, all right? And so with that, I probably will log on to work and work a couple of hours today to keep that moving until this weekend. I want to just hop into COVID etiquette before I get into the topic real quick, right? Listen, guys, right? COVID etiquette. When somebody has COVID or just sick in general, right? Keep in mind that, not only are they battling a physical battle, but they're battling a mental battle, right? So when you text them or you call them, right? Don't send them articles of people who died of COVID, okay? Don't do that, right? And so my cousin did that, but then she immediately called me and apologized because I was like, why would you send me this, right? And so she realized that was insensitive and she apologized for it. But, I'm just going to let y'all know. Don't do that, okay? Don't send people articles when they tell you that they're COVID positive. Don't send them articles of people that have died of COVID, okay? Don't do that, all right? So that's COVID etiquette number 1, all right? I'm sorry that I even have to say this shit, all right? COVID etiquette number 2, okay? When you call somebody that's sick, COVID or any fucking thing else, okay? Or you text the motherfuckers, okay? First question shouldn't be, were you vaccinated? The fuck does that have to do with anything? I have COVID, okay? It doesn't matter whether I'm vaccinated or not vaccinated, right? That's not the first question that should have came out your mouth. If you wanted to know if I was vaccinated, yes, make that the second or the third question, all right? The first question should be, how the fuck are you feeling? Maybe the second question is, if you give a shit, is, do you need anything, right? But the first question shouldn't be, are you vaccinated? Because what the fuck difference does the answer make? If I say yes, if I fucking said no, what difference does it make? I still got COVID, right? Right? So I understand that some people might say, oh, I only asked because I wanted to judge your symptoms. No, you still ask how the person is feeling first, okay? Okay. Number 3. Was that 3 or am I on 4? Okay? Stop calling motherfuckers and telling them that they're a cash cow. Okay? Now, nobody called me and said I was a cash cow, but I'm just letting y'all know that. But somebody did say that on my TikTok video, right? I'm a cash cow for the government who just puts COVID on people to collect money. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I'm a cash cow. Ask me how I'm doing. Okay? And so, with that, I just want to say, people, be more sensitive when people are sick. I mean, I've had some hilarious motherfucking responses, and I'm like, yo, I didn't think I had to come on here and give people COVID etiquette, okay, or any kind of etiquette when people are sick. So this is just my, this is just my experience so far, all right, with COVID. And so, I've told one or two people off already, sick and all, because I'm not for the shits, okay? And so I'm here trying to heal. I'm trying to stay in positive, mental state, all right? And I'm just trying to rock this journey through. And so if you're going to call me and you're going to wish me well wishes or anything of that nature, I'm open to that. But if you're going to call me with some stupid shit or inbox me with some stupid shit, don't do that, all right? And then lastly, I want to say, for some people who I didn't respond to in text messages, okay, I'm not going to respond. All right. Now, you are the people that don't speak to me on a regular basis. All right. You are the people that don't check on me any other time. You are the people that only text my ass. All right. When you nosy. All right. And so I told people I'm in my healing season, all right? And so I know some of these people watch my show after the fact, all right? So they will get this message, right? Don't text my ass because I will not answer you. If you are not in my life on a regular basis and you don't check on me on a regular basis, you don't give a fuck about me any other time, guess what? I'm not going to answer your text, all right? Point blank and period. That's it and that's all. All right. Now, I don't mean to be mean, but this is my healing season and I'm here to protect my peace. Right. And Coffee with Friends is a platform where we here to unpack our traumas and remove ourselves from situations that don't serve us well so that we can continue to heal and do better in our lives. And I promised myself that I was going to take that journey. So family, friend, foe. Okay. If you don't fuck with me any other time, don't text me to know my business. Point blank and period. That's it and that's all. All right. So those are the things that I wanted to get out first thing in the morning. All right. Raw to the motherfucking bone. This is my page. Welcome to Coffee with Friends and happy, what the fuck is it? Hump day. This is all I can give y'all today because when I stand up too long, I get dizzy. I actually got up this morning, immediately went and took a shower with some hot water so the steam could flow through my head. And as I was brushing my teeth, I broke out in massive sweat, okay, because I was standing too long. So when I stand too long, I get weak and I start to sweat. And so if you hear my fan in the background, that's why, because I was real sweaty a minute ago. But I'm clean, y'all. I did shower this morning and I shaved my underarms, okay, because when a bitch is sick, I'm going to have hair, all right? That's it, and that's all. All right. Future said, when you're a good person, good things come to you. You are loved. Yes, I am. Right. And I love my community that loves me. And I try to love them back. I don't always do good at loving them back, but I try. All right. And they know that I do. Yes, AG. Very insane. Hey, Tanya. Good morning. Hey, Mishi Boo. Very insensitive. Yes, I am serious. People are just people. Okay, that's why I had to come on here and say what the fuck I had to say, all right? And so that's why a lot of people keep it to themselves. Yes, AG, you're right. But see, I stand for a platform where I'm being transparent, right? And so Coffee with Friends, I'm the host of Coffee with Friends, and I say on here, unpack your shit. And COVID for me is something I needed to unpack. I'm not ashamed that I have COVID. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm careful when I move around. Everybody around me is negative. AG went and got tested. Mimi and Chunk went and got tested. My mother got tested twice. Everybody around me is negative, right? And so I knew that I was taking a risk when I decided to sign up for Club Pilates and go work out, right? I'm in a closed room. We're inhaling, we're exhaling. And it was my mistake a couple of times in Club Pilates where I took the mask off my face because I couldn't breathe. But Always Me was gracious enough to bring me the surgical mask that I could breathe through. And I'm going to start using those to go to Club Pilates, right? And I just have to keep my feet to the ground Okay, and keep the fucking mask on. I just do. All right, because in Club Pilates, it's not mandatory to wear a mask, so a lot of people in class don't wear a mask, and there's only 12 people in a class at a time, and we're all 6 feet apart. But when you're breathing and exhaling, inhaling, and exhaling, the virus spreads through particles in the air, right? And so imagine, I got to do better, right? So I messed up. I took my mask off a couple of times in Pilates. And that's the only thing that I've been doing differently and separate from AG and my mom that I could think of. All right. AG said, oh shit, she definitely feel better. This is a read session. Listen, you know me, AG. I just say what I say. I'm working on my delivery and how I say shit. But listen, I got to protect my peace first, right? I put so many people for so many years in front of my happiness and in front of my peace, right? And I have, because I feel sorry for people, I'll be like, oh, but I'm not there no more. That's not me anymore. I'm not feeling sorry for you because you do dumb shit. Right? I'm protecting my peace. I have to make myself first. And that's it, and that's all. So a lot of people are going to say I'm a bitch, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Oh, it's Thursday. What the? Okay. Oh my God. It's Thursday for real, y'all? Okay. Happy Thursday. Lord have mercies. This goes to show you. All right. I appreciate that update. Happy Thursday, y'all. You sure you don't need to lay back down? I think I do. Hey, Kiss the Boys. So, hey, y'all. Hey, good morning. I want to talk about something that's been weighing on my mind lately. Rent too damn high in the ghetto, in the hood. Where the fuck our folks gonna go? Where's the black community gonna go? I want to talk about that for a minute. Now, it just made me think about that song. Remember that song that black guy with the Jerry curls or whatever came out with some years ago when he was singing Rent Too Damn High? It's really, really getting bad. When I went, hey, one reliable Sim. Oh, Kiss the Boys, you don't know the day of the day. I know that's right. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to use East Orange, New Jersey as a perfect example, okay? My son moved to East Orange, New Jersey about, oh, damn. How long he been there now? Always me. 5 years? 5 years about that, right? And where he lives in East Orange, it's the hood. Right? It's not the place where you sing moving on up to. It ain't that place, right? It's the pure hood. Okay? Anybody know East Orange is the hood? Then I'm gonna use Newark as another example, all right? Because these are places that people are familiar with even when they don't live in New Jersey. All right? In East Orange, New Jersey, a lot of low income. It's a low income area in East Orange. All right, about 5 years. All right. And so the apartment that my son lives in is in an old building. He has a huge 1-bedroom apartment, a lot of closets, because those old buildings in the hood, they got big spaces, but their elevators hardly ever work. The hallways stink because motherfuckers want to piss in the hallway. You know the motherfuckers, okay? People let their baby kids just run through the hallways and the lobbies because there's no backyard, and they just let their motherfucking kids run all over the place, making a mess, and nobody gives a shit. Motherfuckers that put their garbage in the stairwell because they too motherfucking lazy to go down and dump the garbage, or maybe the elevator is broke. Okay, and they don't feel like walking up and down the stairs. All right, and so this is the environment that I'm talking about. People that are trying. These are working people. Okay, working class people, but still these working class people can't afford to pay $3,000, right, for an apartment. Let me tell you what East Orange is doing. And you know, I understand this regentification and shit like that, but nah, this is white folk and all these people with money moving into these neighborhoods in the hood, these urban communities that these people with money used to call the ghetto, that nobody wanted to be bothered with. Now when I drive through East Orange, right, here my son is looking for a new apartment, and he's been looking for some time now. Baby, you would think he could just get a 2-bedroom apartment in the hood, right? And just pay a little bit more money than he's paying now for his 1-bedroom apartment. East Orange, okay? All right? They throwing up all these high-rise buildings in the middle of these other buildings, okay, where the elevators don't work, piss in the hallway. You heard what I just said. They throwing up these high-rise buildings with rooftop gardens and pools and concierge and all kind of shit right next to the building that stinks of piss, okay? And they're telling these people in East Orange, oh, you want to live in this new building? 2-bedroom apartment is $3,000. Really? Where the fuck are our low-income people gonna go? If people if they keep throwing up these high-rise buildings in the hood, and our people can't afford to live in these high-rise apartment buildings, who the fuck are these buildings for? Right? So now, when we talk about regentification, you start seeing different color motherfuckers coming into your neighborhood. There's nothing wrong with that, but make it affordable so that the people in the urban communities that have been there all these years, okay, can also afford to live there. Where the fuck are our people gonna go? If every urban neighborhood is throwing up these high-rise buildings and outpricing the low-income individuals, where are our people, where are our men and women and children going to live, right? How can we, what can be done to curtail this type of movement in the urban communities, right? The other thing is, people ask, oh, as soon as you look for an apartment, as soon as you do better, you move out of your community. A lot of motherfuckers move out of their urban communities for this very reason, okay? Because they can no longer afford to live in their urban communities. So they wind up moving an hour away, further South Jersey, just so that they can afford a decent sized apartment. And then they got to drive an hour plus to get to work. What's happening to our urban communities, and why is our rent too high? And where are our low income individuals supposed to go? Where are we supposed to go? AG said that's the point. They want to push our people out. When you see them building a Starbucks, you know what's next. But where are they pushing us? Where are our people supposed to go? Right? Where? Right? I was talking to Doc Holliday. He's a member of Coffee with Friends. I don't know if he joined on here yet this morning. I don't see him, but we were talking about that yesterday. And we were just chatting it up. Even when you purchase homes, right? In Hackensack, right, where I live right now, this is not the ghetto though. I'm sorry. I mean, you know what I mean. But still, it's a community that I live in. Always Me was born and raised here, and she bought a house right in her own community where she was born and raised. How many people would love to do that, right? But if you look at the prices of the homes in Hackensack right now, okay, compared to a year ago, woo, baby, right? I was looking for a house at one point, and you know what was happening? Motherfuckers from across the bridge was coming over here buying these houses for cash, right? So what ultimately happens, this did not happen to me, but based on a conversation I had with someone, it happened to them. Every house they bid for in their own community, they were outbid by other colors that came into their communities and outbid them on the houses. And guess what? The people that wanted the house, the black folks that wanted the house, could not qualify for the mortgage to go and outbid them, right? Because you know, a lot of people in our community are still building their credit. You know, some of us mishandled our credit for many, many years, and a lot of us don't have 850 credit scores, so we're competing with the people that have this financial stability, and when they come in and they outbid you, then we are no longer able to qualify for the mortgage to outbid them, right? So we can't even play in the same game. Right? We can't even play in the same game. So not only are you able to rent in your own community, sometimes you can't even buy a motherfucking house in your own community. Where the fuck are our people gonna go? Where else can they push us? I'm asking. Hey, mother. Right, that's what I said. It's not the ghetto, but it's a ghetto. There's a ghetto part. But every city has a ghetto part, right? But you know, Hackensack is not considered, in my opinion, an urban community or ghetto, right? But still, it's a community where, you know, at one point it was affordable. I know when I first moved here and just glanced at houses, it was affordable. But baby, not no more. Because motherfuckers added value to this community. I do appreciate that. And right here in Hackensack, down the block from me is a building, okay, that overlooks, and that's not the only building. We got a bunch of buildings like this that overlooks I-80, the highway, and looks right at 7-Eleven, and their 2-bedroom apartment is $3,200. Okay, you don't even have a view of a fucking park or a pond. Okay, you looking at the damn highway and 7-Eleven, and they're charging $3,200 for you to live there. Where are our low income and middle class people going to go? Huh? That's what I'm asking. Always Me says, and they shouldn't want to qualify for that mortgage because the house aren't even worth what these folks are buying them for. That's the other thing, Always Me. You know, right now it's a buyer's market, and so I missed the mark when I was trying to buy a house, and I'm just being very transparent here. I'm being very transparent. When I tried to buy a house, I couldn't qualify for the mortgage that I wanted for the house that I wanted. So I had to wait and work myself and build myself up because I'm trying to do this by myself, okay? And so there's no shame in my game. My credit score is not 300. It's not in the 400 or 500s either, right? I'm okay, right? I could probably get a mortgage right now, but I don't want one now because the prices are too high. Right now, it's a seller's market, right? So these houses, the same house that I looked at, you know, a year ago is way more expensive than what they were a year ago. Jello says shacks in Hackensack, yes, are selling for over $400K. Yes, Jello. We talking little houses with air conditions in the window, right? These houses that you will have to go in, renovate, okay? Put in your own HVAC. It's a lot. 100% correct, Jello. These shacks in Hackensack are a lot of money right now. And I just keep keeping my eye open, hoping that the market turns around so that I can jump back in and try to do a little bit of something, but it's not. All right? And so I'm here to say, where the fuck we gonna go? Right? Where the fuck? God has been good to me. I can afford to pay my rent, right? But what about the people who can't afford to pay $3,000 in rent? Where are our people going to continue to go? Glamour 47 said that is rampant down here in North Carolina. Folks from out of state are buying houses cash and outbidding those that are here, building houses in the middle of the hood. Yep. And forcing the low income and middle class, right, to move further and further out and commute long periods of time just to get to work. Very unfortunate. It definitely is a seller's market. Always Me says, I'm glad I got my house when I did. Praise the Lord. I'm glad you got your house when you did too, because at least I got some place to go and chill in the backyard. And it's a beautiful house. Okay? I can only imagine how much it would be on the market for right now. All right? So you know what? Blessings to you that you got that house when you did. It was definitely a blessing. Excuse me, you guys. I just need to go and blow my nose for a minute. Okay? I'm going to turn the music up. Oh. So that y'all can't hear me. I love music. Makes me feel good. I'm actually sitting in my office. I'm sitting in my office right now, and I don't care where I'm at. I listen to music. Let me turn this back down. Glamour 47 said that look like they don't belong. It's a seller's market here too. 2 houses in my neighborhood was for sale and sold in a week. You know, when I was looking for a house, and always me was with me, so she's a witness. Every house that I looked at, they were like, well, people are already bidding on it. And I was like, I know I ain't got a chance, because I know these motherfuckers, they were like, they coming over here with cash. And I was like, all right. They make it hard for the people who really rely on getting these mortgages to really buy these homes. Always Me says, it will. It's going to be a few years, but it will turn around. Baby, a few years. Woo, I need something more than a few years. A few years. I need something more sooner than a few years. But you know what? I'm just going to keep my eyes open, right? I don't know what I want to do, but this is what I'm saying. I would have liked to buy a house here, but then I flip back and forth because I don't know what size house I want anymore. You know, I'm thinking about my age. Do I want to take care of a whole house by myself? Do I buy a condo? What the fuck do I do? Do I buy a house down south and just say, fuck it, just let me buy my retirement home now? It's just so many things going through my mind right now because I have to be conscious of my age. I'm 54 years old, coming up fast on 55, right? And so I don't want to be in a position where I take out a 30-year mortgage on a house where I have to worry about, you know, gutter cleaning and yard work and pipes busting and roof being replaced, and I'm a single woman, right? And so all these things are playing in my head before I make my decision. But more importantly, where am I going to live? Where is it I can afford to live, right? Again, Pat said they claim it's a lumber shortage. So houses are about 50% more. Apartment buildings too. Pat, they are building every block I turn around in Hackensack. They are building new high-rise buildings, okay? The size of those apartments, there was one apartment that before when I was living in Florida and I decided to move back to New Jersey, there's an apartment building down the block from where I live right now called the La Meridian. Beautiful building, all right? They have beautiful amenities, rooftop lounge area, all beautiful. But the apartment is a shoe fucking box, okay? When you walk into the apartment, everything jumps at you in your face, okay? It's 2 bedrooms, but neither bedroom can fit a queen size bed. All you could put in either bedroom was a full size bed. Okay, the second bedroom didn't even have a window. I was like, wait a minute, did they change the laws? Is it even legal to have a bedroom without a window? I didn't know that was legal, right? But that a whole building right here in Hackensack with 2 bedrooms and the second bedroom don't have a window. I didn't know that was legal. All right, so the shit that they doing and the money that they're charging for the shit that you're getting is absolutely ridiculous, right? Where are our low income and middle class people going to live? How much further? Where are they pushing us to? Future said gentrification is happening in Baltimore big time. They're tearing down all the high-rise projects and public housing and moving us to the suburbs. There are also over 16,000 vacant homes in Baltimore City. Well, Future, I'm just going to say this. Thank God. For Baltimore City, they need to tear them shits down. You know, I watched a lot of shit on TV, The Wire and all kind of shit, and I thought it was staged. But when you get on the Amtrak train and you go into D.C., North Carolina, Virginia, and that train go through Baltimore, woo! It looked like Skid Row. No offense to those that live in Baltimore, But y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's be real. Let's keep it real, right? There's a whole neighborhood that looks like Skid Row. Then when I drove there, and I drove through that neighborhood, I was like, whoo. I was locking my doors while I was driving. I was like, motherfucker, I'm going to treat this bitch like Newark. See, in Newark, when I'm driving through Newark at night, which is very rare, but when I am, I do not sit at red lights. I cruise right through them shits. I stop like it's a motherfucking stop sign, and I cruise right the fuck through. The cops know I'm a single woman. I'm not playing around, okay? Let's talk about Newark. Now, I just said I don't drive through Newark. I work in Newark. My office building is downtown Newark, right? And so what they did with Newark, New Jersey, what they're doing to Newark is the same thing that they did to Jersey City. They took a downtown area. Corporate buildings are there. They're building up that area. They're building new apartment buildings. And guess what? Right around the corner is the motherfucking hood. But what they're doing is they're putting up these new apartment buildings because they're by these new corporations. Well, not new corporations, but corporations have moved down there and charging these motherfuckers $3,000 rent. To have an... No disrespect to people who live in Newark, but I'm not paying $3,000 to rent an apartment in Newark. This is utterly ridiculous. Like, what's going on, people? Right? What's going on? Glamour 47 said, with Apple moving here, it is going to get worse. Wow. Future said, I don't get why they leave all those homes vacant. I don't either. They are, vacant. All right? But I'm going to tell you no lie. You know, it's going to take just more than one buyer to buy a property off them blocks, right? And I truly think that somebody like a development company needs to come in and truly tear down those blocks and rebuild, but still make them affordable somehow to give people that live in the community an opportunity to be able to afford to stay in their communities, right? That's what I think. Right, there's got to be some kind of tax write-off for development companies to go into these neighborhoods and rebuild up these urban communities and still make the housing affordable. Right? I don't know what kind of program that is, and I'm not talking Section 8 because we know motherfuckers get on sign up for Section 8 and then they're on that list forever. Always me, at Brandy. I don't want to sound insensitive, but Baltimore needs it. It needs something. I have family down there. The last time I was there, it looked really bad. It did. No, it looked fucked up. No, for real. I thought that shit was a lie when I see it on TV. But when I saw it from the train, and when I saw it in person, I was like, I never seen that. It honestly reminded me of back in the day in the South Bronx when I was growing up, when there was a bunch of abandoned buildings or the buildings was knocked down and it was just big lot of bricks and shit. That's what it reminded me of, right? But the Bronx even cleaned up. Baltimore needs help. Johnny Leon Hill said this market isn't sustainable. Their prices are going to have to go down before we have another crash. Listen, because I don't understand. First of all, the housing market is one of the problems. But another topic I'm going to talk about another day is what the fuck is going on with this meat. Okay? Because the meat prices are off the fucking hook. The other day I paid $30 for a damn oxtail dinner for my mama. But that's a whole nother story. Okay, I mean, it's getting to the point where it's getting rough around here to afford some of the things that an ox's ass. That used to be, that ain't expensive food. Like, is that a delicacy or some shit? I don't fucking know. But it's getting ridiculous. Always Me says so many abandoned houses, boarded up houses and buildings. Looks like deserted town. It does. It do. And you know what's crazy? It could be 3 boarded houses in a row and then somebody live in the next house. That's how it look. Future said, you're right, Mimi. The city needs so much help. It's sad. But then certain parts are so nice. Really the haves and the have-nots. Yeah. Tanya said they are constantly building here in South Orange. It's ridiculous. Oh, and for the homeowners, now I'm not a homeowner, so I can't say, But I can imagine the tax ramification, the property tax ramification that the homeowners are feeling. This is as much talking as I've done. You know, COVID is a bitch. Because I'm tired. I've only been talking from the time I started Coffee with Friends until now, and I'm tired. They're constantly building this out. Right, it's ridiculous. You know what? The property tax for the homeowners must be killing y'all too. Because homeowners always meet Tanya, you know, people that I know that own homes here in New Jersey, when they build all these buildings and bring in all these new companies and businesses, and they create these downtown areas, these shopping areas, these areas where the restaurants and shit are, I'm sure the homeowners take a hit on their property tax, right? Hey, Vibrant, good morning. Hey, Lex, good morning. I thought bedrooms have to have a closet and a window. Wait, you said closet? AG, are you still on here? AG as my witness. Okay, he didn't witness the apartment that I'm talking about, right? But before AG moved to New Jersey, he was looking for an apartment in Brooklyn. Because he lives in Brooklyn. You know how it is. Y'all motherfuckers from Brooklyn. You know, y'all rep Brooklyn and don't want to leave. And so I've been talking AG to come to New Jersey for over a year. All right. And so it took him to go out and start looking for an apartment in Brooklyn. And guess what he discovered? Some of the apartments didn't have no closets. Not one closet. I said, AG, you lying. He said, nope. Not a bedroom closet, not a coat closet, not a linen closet, not a no closet. Not one closet. So I don't know if the building regulations have changed, but when I Kiss the Boys, I used to think the same thing. A bedroom needs a window and a closet. But AG, as my witness, went and looked at a couple of apartments, and he experienced at least two that had no closets. Zero. Zilch, zero. It was one of those apartments where you're going to have to buy an external closet. What's going on? And they were charging a hell of a lot of money. Where are our low income and middle class people going to go? Always Me says no window. Electric bill will be sky high for always having the lights down. Yup. You know, that's the other thing. When you live here, my experience has been, since I've been living here in Hackensack, and it's not just Hackensack, wherever you live and you go into these new high-rise apartments, the new shit is they don't want to give you gas, right? Everything is electric. Your stove is electric. Your heat and your air is electric. Everything is fucking motherfucking electric, right? And you're responsible for the electric bill. And so, you know, when I first moved into a high-rise apartment over here, I was like, oh, it's not going to be that bad, right? Because when I was living in Westwood, New Jersey, I had gas. And so my bill wasn't that bad. But when I moved to Hackensack and I moved into a high-rise apartment, number one, I was paying, when I first moved in, close to $3,000. By the time I moved out, I was paying $3,000, okay? I had dogs, so I had dog rent, all right? When I got my electric bill, one of my electric bills was $500. I swear. My apartment was about 1,300 square feet, and we have those, you've seen pictures of my apartment. I have those wall ACs that, you know, that look like the hotel ACs. So you turn those on in every room and you just have them running, right? And you're cooking, and you have your own washing machine and dryer, so you're washing. When I got the bill and it was $500, I wanted to pass the fuck out, all right? These buildings are passing the cost off onto the tenants. That's why they make everything electric, right? And so it is really expensive for people to afford to live in these buildings that they're calling luxury buildings, but they're in the motherfucking hood in some cases, or they're in middle class areas where people just don't make that kind of money to afford to live in these kind of buildings, right? And then on top of that, when you live in these buildings, not only do you pay rent, but you pay amenity charges. So every year I had to pay $400 a year for my amenities. That meant for them to cut the motherfucking grass, for them to open up the pool for 8 weeks out the year, for them to mop the motherfucking floors, for them to have a concierge and put a new bouquet of flowers and a Christmas tree in the lobby. That's what each tenant had to pay every year. It's ridiculous. Okay, and I consider myself middle class, but still, baby, you know, when you that kind of money is nothing to sneeze at. $3,000 a month. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Before I have another year here, I gotta go. Pat said those other color folks don't want the suburbs anymore, so they are moving to the city. Yes, black folks are moving south or to the suburbs, making it difficult to go to work, and the suburbs are the ghetto. Are the ghetto in Baltimore is like how Harlem used to be. These folks want Baltimore too. Yup. But when they take it over, they don't take it over to gentrify, to make it home for low income and middle class. No, they take it over to regentrify and bring in a different set of income. Right? Exactly what you said, Pat. Forcing the low income and the middle income to move to the suburbs, moving them further away from their jobs, making commute a lot more burdensome on them. Johnny Leon Hill said Baltimore is a great investment right now. Listen, I hope people do invest in building up Baltimore, but like I said, you can't take one house on that block and just you need a whole bulldozer, tear them streets down and rebuild all at the same time and then rent them out. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about, and I'm not going to have enough time to talk about it today, maybe we will expand on it tomorrow, is, you know, when I talk about low income and middle class, right? Sometimes what happens is, you know, I hear people say, well, I don't want to live in a building with low income people. I don't want to live in a building with people on Section 8 because they might steal packages, or they might be ghetto, or they might be loud, or I smell weed. Guess what? High income motherfuckers smoke weed too. Okay? High income motherfuckers steal. In the building that I live in right now, not to say that it's high income here, alright? But there's no Section 8 here. Alright? There's no Section 8 here, and packages get stolen. Okay? So it's not just the Section 8 folks. And it's not just the low income folks that steal. Alright? Let's put that shit out there right now. Alright? That is such a misconception. Alright? In the building that I live in right now, motherfuckers steal. Alright? We got cameras and everything up, and motherfuckers still steal. Alright? And in the high-rise apartment that I was living in, paying $3,000 a month in, okay, motherfuckers came in there and they stole from your apartment. Okay, because one of my neighbors, when we moved in, said, listen, be careful, because motherfuckers be going in apartments and stealing shit. Right? Because people get comfortable when they're living in these luxury apartments and they don't lock their doors. They get comfortable thinking you safe. Section 8 and low caste people are not the only people that steal. So people, stop saying you don't want to live with Section 8 people. You don't want to live with low income people. Because you know what? Many of us, okay, are one paycheck away from being one of those motherfuckers. Alright? So we got to stop that shit too. Always Me says shit. Being a woman is hard right now, period. Have y'all seen all these attacks on women lately? The young lady Maya in Florida killed by the maintenance man after she told him she wasn't interested. Wow! What? Listen, I told y'all a story about a year ago on Coffee with Friends when I was living in a basement apartment in Queens. And my baby daddy, you know, this was during the crack era, and he was a part of that. And so I was behind on my rent because he stole all the money. And so I'm laying in my bed at night, and my baby was in the crib, okay, sleeping. We live a basement apartment, 1-bedroom apartment. I was in the bedroom sleeping. My baby was in the crib sleeping. And, you know, this was the times that I felt like the motherfucking maid, that movie. I was the fucking maid. I was her. Okay, I wasn't as bad. I wasn't homeless, right? But it was hard. I was scared. I didn't have money, all right? I opened my eyes because I felt somebody looking at me. True motherfucking story. I felt somebody looking at me. And you know how you feel a sense that somebody's watching you? I turned around and the motherfucking landlord was standing over me. Absolutely was. And he was like, oh, didn't you hear me knock? I said, excuse me, sir, whether I heard you knock or not, first of all, I'm sleeping. It's nighttime. It was nighttime, bedtime. Okay? I said, first of all, whether I heard you knocking or not, you don't have a right to enter my apartment. Okay? Number two, it is nighttime. It is bedtime. Why are you even here? And he literally brought up the fact that he was there to negotiate the terms on the money that I owed for rent. He wanted to barter my pussy. That's what I said. I told him to please leave my motherfucking house and don't come in my house again. All right? And at that particular moment, I immediately, the next day, the next couple of days, I immediately started packing my shit because I no longer felt safe there with this motherfucker coming into my house in the night standing over me. And how old was I? 16 at the time? 16 years old. I was scared shitless. Okay, this is a big ass man talking about he want my cootie cat snatch to pay for the rent. Listen, God has been good to me because he could have done anything to me. Anything. But he didn't. Okay? But thank God. But that scared me enough to know, get the fuck up out of there. So, you know, that's a very sad story always, me. And you know what? When you live in high-rise apartments like this, you know the maintenance man got the key to your house. Right? Listen. Be careful. I sleep with the chain on my door. Even when I'm in the house. Since I have been single, since my husband has been gone, all right? Every day, even during the daytime, I keep the chain on the door, right? And even when I put a maintenance ticket in, I say, no, you cannot enter my apartment when I'm not home. I used to let them enter my apartment when I'm not home, but I'm home all the time now. And my greatest fear is that I might be in the shower, I might be sleeping, they might knock on the door, and I might not hear it because my door is kind of around the corner. I need to get a doorbell. My door is kind of around the corner, so I never hear anybody knocking on my door unless they bang really hard. All right? And so my greatest fear is that they'll come in while I'm sleeping and I don't have another set of eyes. Okay? So I sleep with the chain. I always have the chain on my door. Always Me says, lady in the Bronx almost attacked but closed. Yes, I saw. Doc Holliday posted that on his page and I looked at that shit 4 times yesterday, Always Me. And Doc Holliday, he's into, criminal justice and juvenile justice and stuff like that. And so we talked about that we talked about a lot of things via DMs, but he posted that video about the woman who was coming home in the Bronx. She put the key in her door, opened her door, and fastly closed the door and locked it. And this motherfucker ran down the hall and tried to get into her apartment. Supposedly this guy had been following her. Right? And so the message that Doc Holliday put when he posted that video was to say, be aware of your surroundings when you're walking around, right? Because people follow you, right? And so when I come into my building, when I'm just walking outside and I come through my glass doors, I watch before I open my second set of glass doors to come into my glass doors. But most of the time, I'm coming through in my car, so I come right through in the garage. And even when I'm in the garage, I fucking look around. Okay, because you never know, right? And I always have my my key, my alarm in my hand because I will hit the panic button on my car to flip my alarm. And then the one thing, ladies and gentlemen, when you are getting attacked, don't scream help. Scream motherfucking fire, right? Because you know what? When you scream help, people are like, I don't want to get involved. That ain't none of my business. But if you scream fire, motherfucker, your shit gonna burn like my shit gonna burn. You better fucking pay attention. Scream fire. People care about that shit. Okay. Oh, God. I gotta blow my nose again. Okay. Sorry, guys. This is what you get for trying to do coffee with friends and you're still recovering. Future said, yeah, they were selling homes in the city for $1. I saw that and I wouldn't buy. Because really and truly someone needs to go and buy all them blocks. For real. It needs a lot of money. You not only buy, but they need to tear them shits down and reconstruct. Laugh my ass off at it looks fucked up. I said I didn't want to sound Exactly, Always Me. You said I don't mean to sound insensitive. All right, but it looks fucked up. It does though. Hey, the gentlemen. All I'm gonna say is the South. But I don't want to live in the South. Well, I do, right? But I want the option of living both places. You know what I mean? Like, I would really love to have a place here in Jersey and a place in Florida. Because I know that I'm coming up on retirement age in some years from now, right? And so, but I still would like a place here in New Jersey because I have family here. You know, my grandkids are here. And so, I would really like to have both, right? I don't want to just be in the South. I love Florida, right? But ultimately, I'm moving to Florida because my mom is in Florida, and I would love to be close by her. And secondly, I love the beaches, but the beaches are for shits right now because red tide, but whatever. Johnny Leon Hill said in Baltimore, if you buy a house, be prepared for bodyguards and guard dogs to defend it, so they won't take your copper pipes. What? See, that's what I'm saying. That's why the motherfucking houses are $1. Cause you got to worry about people stealing your pipes. Lord. Future said, I wanted to make crab cakes the other day. A pound of jumbo lump was $44.99. I was like, not today. I don't know. That's another topic. What the fuck is going on with the food prices? I mean, it's ridiculous. Jello said, I'm sure the government knows what they're doing. Pushing the poor out is a part of the plan. Everyone talks about the homeless in Cali. It's going to look the same here. You know, I'm thinking about, I tossed California out in the air. You know, I told always me I needed a place to go for my birthday. And so I'm just looking for a place to go. I really want to go out of the country, but not with COVID yet. I don't know. I'm still a little leery about traveling outside the country. So I was thinking about taking a trip to Cali for my birthday and spending some time out there. You know, I wanted to hike. You know, I forget the name of that mountain, something hills or something shit. I want to hike over there, and I want to, you know, do a couple of other things in Cali, you know what I'm saying? You know, explore their beaches and just hang out, do some shopping, you know, just get away from my birthday for a couple of days. And so I'm thinking about Cali. And so hopefully, you know, I know downtown Cali where the Chinese movie theater is and the stars on the ground, it's a lot of homeless down there. You know, Hollywood Boulevard is like 42nd Street, okay? Johnny Leon Hill said, at Future, them prices on crab meat is ridiculous. I don't buy crab meat, but, you know, because I've never made crab cakes from scratch, but damn, I can only imagine. I mean, I went to get lobster tails, like always, me and we put lobster tails on the grill like hamburgers, right? But shit, the prices for lobster tails, yo, I was like, at one point, we were paying $27 for 4 lobster tails in a pack. Correct me if I'm wrong, always me. But now they $30-something. I'm like, what the fuck? Almost $40. Brooklyn is the new Manhattan, child. The General, they pushing the lower to middle class out of downtown Nashville area. I never lived there, but they are. Johnny Leon Hill said, at the General, we live right here in Maryland where you can catch crabs just by winking. Why are they so high here? Well, listen, you better get your fucking net and go out and get your own damn crabs. Fuck that shit. AG said, that's exactly why I left Brooklyn. 1 bedroom had no closets and they wanted $1,700-$1,800. See, I told y'all, no closets. I didn't think that was legal. I didn't. The General said, at Johnny, Nino Brown running it like the Carter on them prices. That's why. They keep saying there's a crab meat shortage. You know, on the news yesterday, was it yesterday? I heard bacon prices are ridiculously high. Now, is there a short on the pig's ass too? Because what the fuck is going on? Jello said these cities will be beautiful with the homeless living on their sidewalks. Because I'm telling you, and homeless don't mean you don't have a job. Right? Because there's a lot of motherfuckers who are homeless with jobs who can't afford to pay these rents. So crazy. Johnny Leon Hill said everything has a shortage. crab meat, chicken wings, but ain't no shortage on hummus and falafel. Oh, okay. I can't do this with y'all today. I can't. Oh, God. Y'all got my fucking back hurting. I can't do this with y'all today. There's no shortage on hummus and falafel. Yeah, you got that shit right. They keep that fucking hummus stocked the fuck up on the shelves. Damn it. Oh, God. I can't. I can't with y'all. Hey, Lisa Brooklyn. Johnny Lee Hill said they call the taxes on women's products the pink tax. If you go look at raises, the difference in prices between the men's prices and women's are about $1 to $2 more. You know, I didn't pay attention because I never look at the men raises. Wow. Wow. All right, y'all gave me a workout today. It's 9:05 and I'm literally exhausted, and I laughed myself into a headache. I'm still healing, y'all. I am. But you know, my work ethic is so crazy, and oftentimes I try to make myself rest and lay down, and I've been doing okay with it. But I get antsy, you know, and I call always me Bean, jumping Bean, but you know, I'm just as bad. I am. I'm really just as bad. So after this call, I'm going to lay down, lay my ass down, because I done worked off enough energy. The Ring doorbell in my apartment? I don't know. You know, I could do that, but I don't have that many visitors to have a Ring doorbell, but I could do that. Maybe I'll put it on my Christmas list. Who knows? Hey, DJ. Madison said the guy who tried to get lady in the Bronx had nerve to ring her bell. Did you see that? He rang the bell and knocked on the door. Like she was going to fucking let him in. But you know why he did that, right? Because he ran around the corner. He probably said, what if somebody saw my ass? And let me act like I'm visiting her ass. Now, it would have been cool if she had a motherfucking big ass dude in there and he would have opened up the door and fucked that little motherfucker up. Always Me says he rang the damn doorbell like she was going to open it back up and say, come in. Yup. I like that. Scream fire. Yes, scream fire. Never scream help. Right? They'll teach you that in self-defense. Never scream help, because people don't want to get involved. People be like, I'm minding my business. But when you scream fire, fire is going to be my business and your motherfucking business, because we live in the same. You don't know where the fire is coming from. You don't know if you're going to get impacted. So, and you don't know where your kids are. Everybody start looking around when you scream fire, right? Because other people get hurt with that, right? So, don't scream help. Scream fire. Pat said those other color folks receive much more Section 8 than black folk. We just don't know. They get food stamps. They are able to afford to live in high rentals due to being subsidized. You know that Jewish family and crew that got arrested for the food stamp scam, right? And the welfare scam, right? People don't want to talk about that. Always Me says, see? Always Me came with the Jews, because I'm reading the comments after. Okay, Always Me says, at Pat, the Jews certainly be racking up on the government funds. You know, the Jews are smart. In Brooklyn, the Jews build these buildings in Brooklyn. They use government funding, right? And if you use government funding, you know, the government, you know, you have to allocate a certain percentage of your apartments to low income for a certain amount of years, okay? And so the Jews definitely use the government funding, and they do utilize, they rent a portion of their buildings to low income, but they make sure the low income are the Jews, okay, that they let in their buildings, right? And they do that, and that's how they make their monies, okay? That's how they make their monies. Madison said, Always Me, I wonder if he was an ex, because she closed the door so rapidly that he ran downhill. Scary as fuck. Always Me says, at Madison, whoever he was, he's a damn nut. I'm so glad that building had a camera, and I hope they catch his ass. Right. Because he rang the bell, knocked on the door, and then he stood there looking around, giving us enough time to go, oh, motherfucker, I see you. What kind of fucking idiot is this? Pat said, I moved to Savannah. I have a 2-bedroom apartment, and I pay $7.90. Bye, Pat. See? Pat, $7.90 for 2 bedrooms. This is why motherfuckers move, okay? 2-bedroom, $790. Oh, baby. That's a car note for some people. I'm just saying. The apartment is great, but I don't like it here, so I'll be moving. I know. Ma told me you don't like it in Savannah. I've never been to Savannah. You know, and the only thing I really want to experience in Savannah is Tybee Island because I've never been there. And so that's another thing on my list. Always Me says, yes, they were $27. Now it's $40 and up for 4 tails. Okay. All right. I knew. Okay, we were buying them constantly. Just throwing them on the grill and eating them. But now when I look at them, no matter how bad I want it, I'll be like, fuck that shit. I'm not doing it. Nope. I'm not doing it. All right. This is my sign that I need to wind down and close down on Coffee with Friends because I've done enough. Laugh my ass off. Bacon is ridiculous. It's like $8 for a pack of damn bacon. I know. It was on the news and they said bacon prices are ridiculous. And I'm like, this is a pig's ass. Right? Beef bacon was already $8. So now I don't even see beef bacon in the in ShopRite lately because I'm like, well, how much is that shit? $12 now? The fuck? They can keep that nasty hummus. Madison said ring bell is more for safety versus visitors, and plenty of folks have them now for apartments. Pretty sure that's how they capture the All right, well, I do have, my building does have cameras, and there's a camera right up in front of my door, right? But that's not a bad idea, so maybe I will look into a ring. No, screaming fire, true. It's like wolf, but it doesn't matter, right? They teach you that in self-defense. As long as it gets you to the end result, right? If you look that up, they tell you scream fire. Because a lot of people, when you scream help, do you care that it's crying wolf? As long as somebody save your ass, right? Because the bottom line is when you scream help, motherfuckers be like, I'm minding my business. I was told Jews don't marry legally and have a bunch of kids. They get all services. Oh, that's how they get the welfare. AG said actually he was one of the people that helped move her in and had her telephone number. And he kept texting her, but she never would respond. And that was what happened after she didn't respond. Oh, wait, that's the story? That's the backstory? Wow. All right, Always Me says, I'm so sick of eating lobsters. I swear I don't want to eat another one until 2023. Oh, God. I hear that. Well, that's because everybody keep coming to your house throwing them on your damn grill. That's why, right? But I ain't tired of it. I ain't tired. When I finish with this fucking COVID, I swear I want some. I don't know what I want, but Gilda, my girlfriend, told me about, I forgot the name of the restaurant already. It's in Edgewater. And she said it is so fucking good. So I got to go there and try it. So I'm going to go to the seafood restaurant as soon as I'm clear and I'm COVID free. I'm going to go try the seafood out. All right. What the? He killed himself. Wait. What the fuck? I don't know, I'm lost. But anyway, guys, plus he was sending her Cash App and text. Wait, I need the back. I need to go. I need the backstory. But guys, I'm choking here, and my sinuses are starting to act up again. This is exactly why they tell you to rest with COVID, because you get the fuck up when you think you feeling better, and the shit just comes and hits you again. So I'm starting to feel my back. I laughed. And now my back hurts, all right? And now my sinuses are acting up. And so I need to go take my sinus medication. I need to heat up my tea. And I need to relax. But I appreciate you guys jumping on Coffee with Friends. Listen, I just want to jump on here and take you through my journey, my healing journey. Because listen, it's rough, but it could have been worse, right? It could be worse. It could be worse. But I thank God that I'm healing through it as quickly as I can. But listen, make sure you go to the link in my bio and you are following me across all my pages, link in bio, my hoodies and my sweatshirts, zip up sweatshirt should be coming in a couple of weeks. I will let y'all know when it is up on my website and you guys can start ordering them. Hopefully I will get them up in another week or so. I can't promise this weekend because I don't know how I'm going to be feeling. But Saturday I am going to go out and take another COVID test to see where I'm at. Based on the Board of Health, they said that is my 10-day mark and I can go take another test at that time. And so I'm going to go take a test on Saturday to see what my results are. And if they're still positive, then I'll just continue to rock out until I get a negative test, all right? But in the meantime, in between time, y'all, going for now, but never going forever. Thank you for joining Coffee with Friends. Happy motherfucking Thursday. Peace.